Okay. Alright, that looks like it's better now. Okay, whatever I've done. Now I've moved, it's changed again. Hey, and welcome to another edition of LJ Reacts. For those of you who only just stumbled across this little YouTube channel, this is where I kind of go back through time, try and catch up on things that I've sort of missed out in pop culture just by the fact you sort of hit an age and you kind of have to focus on real life as opposed to all the fun things. So yeah, that's what this YouTube channel is, a reaction channel. If you want me to cover something particular, feel free to chuck it in the comments below. Generally, if it's something I'm familiar with, I probably won't react to it just because I don't feel the reaction will be true. But if there is a workaround, I will try and do that workaround. I believe there is one where someone suggested I do Linkin Park in the end. I love the song very much, but I found a version of it I was very not familiar with. So that's back there in the archives, that appeals. You can, of course, help the channel grow by like, share, subscribe, all the jazz, because, you know, if you like this and you share it and someone else likes it and they share it kind of grows the community, which gives me more inspiration to do this, and means I put more content out, and if you enjoy the content, it means, you know, you get more of it. It's like a symbiotic relationship to help the channel grow. You can also check out all my stuff on social media. You've got the Facebook, the Insta, and the Twitter up there. I still call it Twitter because I feel, as a transphobe, Elon Musk would prefer I refer to it by its dead name, because something about the woke mind virus, I kind of only listen to half of what he says because there's only so much stupid I can take in one day. You can check out any live events I'm doing, which it's just the Never Say Die wrestling event. Tickets are on the link tree just there, as well as links to all the socials and to my tip jar. You know, just a little something. I'm not asking for much, just a sandwich or a coffee, just to say, you know what, LJ, you do some content that I enjoy. So here's a sandwich to cover the hours you spend putting this video together, for the moments of enjoyment I got. So yeah, let's crack on. Let's see what I'm talking about today. So, as a proud millennial, I say proud millennial, as a millennial, it was interesting to read recently that we're coming back. Yeah, everything about us is popular again. Apparently there's a new N64 coming out. The music is sort of more geared towards us. So yeah, people, you sort of look at this and think, is that really coming back? And no, this was never really a style to begin with, so this probably isn't. I'm probably just going to be the unique appearance that I have been consistently. So, but as things that we like are coming back, one of those is the music of one Willard. I was going to say William, but that's the TV character. Willard Smith. Yeah, of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air fame and the Oscars a few years ago. And I'm sure he's done some other things in between. But yeah, in all seriousness, he has just dropped a new album. A couple of tracks, his singles. But yeah, the whole album is up on his YouTube channel at the minute. So I'm going to crack on with, if I can find that up. Let's try that again. I'm going to crack on with Bulletproof. That's a single he has got up on his YouTube page. So I'm going with that's the main single, I believe. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, everyone knows Will Smith or something. Me, I think the first time I saw him would have been Independence Day. Then, you know, like the Men in Black films. And I just, that's the sort of Will Smith I remember, you know, like the funny, sort of goofy guy who did like who did like the fun films and then did the soundtrack to those films. And I remember like the Fresh Prince of Bel Air repeats from around the same time, just after Men in Black came out, I think. Um, so yeah, that's what I picture when I picture Will Smith. I think a lot of people my age will think that. I mean, yeah, obviously I've seen things like Hancock and I Am Legend, but I've not seen After Earth because, let's be honest, very few people did. But yeah, so when I think Will Smith, I very much think the '90s Will Smith, the very pop-tastic Will Smith, and so yeah, that's kind of what I'm picturing when I listen to when I see that Will Smith has dropped music. Now I've heard it's slightly different from that, so yeah, I'm intrigued to see yeah what's going on. Um, so yeah, this is so yeah the new album's called Based on a True Story. I believe it all stems from the things that happened after the Oscars incident. So uh, let's crack on. Let's see if this track is solid, if it is bulletproof. Much like I'm guessing he seems to think he is, despite his banning from many awards ceremonies. So let's fire it up. Okay, so here we go. Bulletproof featuring Jack Ross. Or Jack Ross, or does this look like a face that realistically knows any rappers? So yeah, let's fire this up and see what we got. So one thing I'm instantly noticing is yeah, it's not so Will Smith's rapping that I'm familiar with has always been a tune behind it. To be frank, this is just a straight beat, like a bit more traditional, sort of what you'd expect from I don't know a heavier sort of rapper, like maybe not well, maybe even sort of leading towards gangster rap. So something a bit different, not quite the pop rap that I grew up sort of hearing on the radio from the man himself. But I guess you got to change with the times. So eh, let's see where he's going with this. So yeah, this is very sort of gangster rap inspired. Sort of talking about gunfights, and I don't know. That didn't seem to come across metaphorical. Maybe I'm missing something. Let's keep this going, shall we? Okay, that's oh, for some reason that's making me think of another song. I think it's like a Five Finger Death Punch song. It's very much the chorus there very much reminds me of what's a Five Finger Death Punch song about going to hell. I can't remember, but that is what is resonating in my head right now. Um, Although this has a bit more of an element of fun to it, more than the Five Finger Death Punch song I'm thinking of. So yeah, it's something, I guess. So yeah, I said about the the Oscar incident. This is talking about loyalty when I guess loyalty to his what we now know is his estranged wife, as apparently they were separated at the time. But yeah, his loyalty to his wife is what has caused some of the, well, all of the recent controversy with him and Chris Rock. So interesting to hear him talk about how loyalty means so much to him when it essentially is what's caused a bit of a downfall when it comes to his reputation. Hmm. Okay. Guess it's time for me to start thinking about what I want to say about that. So, what do I make of that? That is very different from the Will Smith I sort of picture. Because I'm trying to think songs that he's known for. I mean, obviously you got Men in Black. You got Welcome to Miami. So hearing him come in with just not no sort of real tune behind it, just a solid sort of beat. That that was a bit different, wasn't it? Like I said, the chorus made me kind of ring back to a Five Finger Death Punch song that I've heard on the radio a few times. Although, like I said, it has a much more sense of fun. There is still that kind of pop element to this Will Smith song, even if it's not quite as light-hearted or as sunny as some of his previous stuff, and it doesn't have. It seems to be the Jack Rooks, was it, who's doing most of this singing, where actually previously Will himself used to sing a bit as well as rap. So, what do I think of it? It's not bad. I mean, he's talking about loyalty. The trouble is, like I said, him talking about loyalty following on from the Oscars makes me just think, well, loyalty is kind of why you're not in the best of graces with the Lord right now. Maybe you should think about that. So, what do I make of it? What do I think of it? I mean, it's not a bad rap. The trouble is, I'm not a rap guy. So it's always going to be an uphill struggle. I try and listen to alternative stuff on here. Well, alternative to what I'm drawn to, just to really just have interest. But yeah, it's always going to be a hard sell. So what do I make of this overall? I enjoyed it. Like I said, I wouldn't go out of my way to listen to it, but I wouldn't change the station if it came on the radio. I think I'm going to be honest, at best 6.5, just because the beat's kind of sticking with me. I might sort of hum along to it if I heard it again, but it's not one I'm going out my way to listen to again. So yeah, solid 6.5. Can't go any higher than that. But considering, I think his previous album ended up being seen as kind of a musical career killer. It's always a step. It's a step in the right direction. Maybe if there's any other tracks you can suggest to me off this album, I can maybe give them a listen, sort of see if that sort of changes my opinion, or just gets me more invested in listening to more of this album. Because right now, I just could I could listen to it, but I'm in no hurry to. So that is that. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed my little reaction there. Feel free to like all the stuff. Chuck some comments down there. I'm not the greatest at replying to them, but I am trying to catch up with all the ones I haven't read yet. So that includes recommendations, which at some point I will soon be doing some recommendations to sort of catch up with ones I've not done over the last few months. But it's a slow work in progress, so stick with me. Don't forget, catch me. Well, it's just the one show, but it's on the link tree there, much like the socials and so yeah, that's been that. That was Will Smith with Bulletproof. This has been LJ Reacts. I've been LJ. Until next time, it's been emotional.
I'm on the wrong side of heaven and the righteous side of hell. The wrong side of heaven, the righteous side.
You love me, and I don't know. Is that even a song? I want to smell my flower.
Thanks for sticking around for the end of the video. For those of you wondering why I'm doing this again, it's very, very simple. So, I've got an event coming up which features a lot of content creators, and basically I just wanted to be one of the cool kids just for a little bit longer. So for those of you who live in the Essex area, you can catch me in the referee stripes for Talks With Dorks podcast, their debut British wrestling show, Never Say Die, featuring some of the top wrestling content creators out there, including Parky Streams, Danielle's Games, Max's Wrestling Channel, The Cosplay Nightmare, The Goonie Dad, AJ Slambino, Stone Cold Stawley, and JC Wrestle Talk. They will all be taking part in this show in various roles. Goonie Dad and AJ Slambino will be making their tag team debut. Like I said, I'll be the head referee, and the rest will be finding jobs for that will be being announced over the next few weeks. So check it out. I should have chucked the ticket link in the description below. So yeah, that's Basildon Sport and Basildon Sport and Leisure even. 31st of May, Talks With Dorks, Never Say Die. Why are we calling that? Well, 40th anniversary of the Goonies. So